Hello, welcome to the DCS Supervisor Training video. Today we're going to talk a lot about the proper procedure for terminating employment with one of your team members. Now, unfortunately, in this industry as well as every other industry out there, sometimes there's some folks that will be onboarded to your team, and after a certain period of time you start to see some characteristics, behaviors that really don't fit within the company culture that we've built here at DCS. Those characteristics, those traits and behaviors should be a red flag for you immediately to keep an eye on that individual and to monitor either their progress or their digression. Now, it's very important when we run into disciplinary situations, whether it's an employee back-talking, not following directions, not completing the job to the full expectation that we've set, we need to take action and document those. As small as incidents may seem, the biggest tool that you have is the ability to present them with a verbal warning and an opportunity for them to fix that problem. So again, you can't make them change their behavior, their habits, or their characteristics, but you can let them know, give them the opportunity to fix those on their own. If that doesn't happen, the second step that we want to take in our disciplinary process is a written warning. It's a little more serious. Again, still documented. We want the employee to sign off on both the verbal and the written warning, so that way it's evidence as to them reading and signing off on that warning to say that, yes, I did mess up. The third step, the next time a characteristic, trait, or behavior shows up that is undesirable within the culture here at DCS, the next step is to look towards either a probationary period, which can be structured in another verbal warning or written warning, or in some cases the only option when we absolutely know that somebody's not a good fit for us, the next step is termination. Now, there's a proper way to terminate an employee. The first thing that we need to do is make sure that we've had documentation up until that point. We run into, in this industry, a lot folks who come on board, cause problems, get fired, and then look to unemployment for them to be taken care of when they really lost the job for themselves. And morally that's not okay, and we don't accept that here at DCS, so we do fight the unemployment insurance claims, which the evidence from the verbal and written warnings provides the necessary firepower, if you will, for us to combat that. So proper termination, it's very simple. A simple, straightforward conversation. You need to make eye contact with the employee. Okay, the conversation should not take any longer than 30 seconds. It should be done at either the very beginning or at the end of their scheduled shift. Okay, when possible, we can have them to the office to perform that termination. However, at that point, we need to collect their cookbook, t-shirts, any items that they might have that's in the possession of the company. If they don't, or if they refuse, then what we do is we'll hold their check until we receive those items. Very simple. But it needs to be a short conversation. There can be no room for debate. So the minute an employee, and I guarantee you they're going to do it, starts making excuses for their actions, or starts blaming and pointing fingers at other people, stop. It's not a debate. Your employment is terminated. Turn in all of your possessions that are DCS property and be on your way. Thank you. Goodbye. That's it. Very simple. Don't want to get into a debate, and we don't want to allow them any room to kind of turn the table on you, because the first opportunity that you give them to do so, you guarantee that they will. And again, the only way to really learn and to really get the hang of it and become comfortable in that uncomfortable situation is to practice. Let's face it, none of us want to terminate anybody's employment. However, the way that you need to look at it is that you're protecting the remainder of your team who does what they're supposed to do, who follows and fit in with the company values and the company culture, who are looking to achieve goals, who are doing the right things. You're protecting them from somebody who has ill intent and who is essentially hurting the company and taking away from their good performance. The easiest way to look at it. So again, the only way is to practice, and in your training, your manager, we're not just going to throw you to the wolves and have you go do a termination or conduct a termination. What we're going to do is we'll train you and we'll perform those terminations with you there. So that way you can get to see how it goes, listen to the communication, and understand that it doesn't have to be an uncomfortable situation. A lot of it is mental. A lot of people overthink it. Just needs to be a short, quick conversation, no longer than 30 seconds, and part ways and move on. Again, we'll train you on this and we'll work with you. If you have any questions following the video, please feel free to ask, and I'll be happy to answer any of those for you. Thank you.